Knicks family, welcome back to the God Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with my co-host, Rick the Ruler and Andre Joel. How y'all doing, fellas?
Chilling, baby.
Good. So we are here after a nice, satisfying victory versus the Atlanta Hawks. We defeated them 117 to 108. And we actually put some points on the board, which is something that we haven't done in a long time. Shout out to the chat. Pudge is already in here. What's going on, bro? My guy. Great win, of course. Yeah, man. Great win. So, a lot to get to today. As you all know, Cam Reddish was traded here 2 days ago. Was it Thursday? Yeah, he was traded here Thursday. In a package for I believe it was Kevin Knox and another. What is it here?
Second round, I think it was.
Yeah, the Knicks get Cam Reddish. Hawks get 2022 protected first round pick via Charlotte and Kevin Knox. And I believe there was another pick involved in there. I think there's a 2022 pick. Or no, I think it might be a second round pick from us that also went. And then we also got Solomon Hill, who's out for the season with I think a thigh injury or something like that. Or hamstring injury. Yeah, he's not going to be here. He's just throwing. I think that was just to make the deal work. Yeah. So so Cam Reddish is here. Of course, he didn't play tonight. We would have loved to see him play versus his former team. That would have been beautiful. He would have went crazy. We saw Kevin Knox out there.
We saw out there where?
On the bench,
like in the arena.
Right.
He was in the arena. He was in the building. Kevin Knox is in the building.
He was in the building.
Kevin Knox is in the building.
Celebrity role.
I mean, he hit the court after the game.
Yeah, and before the game.
He had the court before the game.
Yeah, a little halftime action.
Halftime action.
He's at shoot around, yeah. Halftime action.
little halftime action.
Yo, he had a little halftime action.
He got a little halftime action. Yo, so and Punch says Solomon the Goon. It's funny because I was reminded that Solomon Hill and Julius Randle, I think, got into it. Was it Julius? No, Nerlens Noel. Remember in the playoffs?
Oh yeah, we bumped him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
And he got into it.
Right.
Yeah, he's definitely not coming over here. He's not gonna make it. I think they're gonna be like, "Yo, bro, you know what it was." But anyway, so Cam Reddish, he's here. Obviously, the concern for everyone right now is how many minutes is he gonna play. Of course, you traded for him with someone who wasn't getting any minutes, for someone who you expect to get minutes in a heavy wing rotation right now. You got Grimes, you got RJ, you got Evan, now you got Cam. You even have quickly when our guards get back, like Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker, maybe. So you kind of want to see how they're going to figure out. That's why everybody is expecting there to be another move to be made, because there has to be some minutes for Cam Reddish to play. But how you guys feel about the trade and the way it went down and what we gave up for him?
I'm indifferent. I feel like the picks we gave up were probably inconsequential. I think it was a protected first round, anywhere from 1 to 8 or something like that. It was
1 to 18, yeah.
1 to 18, and I felt like we probably wouldn't have got the favorable 1 pick, which is why they gave it away. And so based on what the team's record is, we weren't going to get a number 1 to 8 or 1 to 5 or anything like that. I thought that was anything. Kevin Knox, I don't know how he lasted here that long anyway.
Right.
We got Solomon Hill. I feel like they were moving people around. I feel like one of the good things is that we got somebody that played with RJ, and I think that's exciting for those two young guys. And RJ seems to be budding. I hope he stays with it. I hope it stays like that the rest of the season. We've been winning recently. What did we ran? 7 out of 8, or the 7 of the last 9, or 8 of the last 9?
Eight of the NAC. 8 of the last
11.
8 of the NAC.
8 of the NAC.
8 of. Come on, bro. Then he stopping me in the middle. I'm trying to catch it. 8 out of the last 11. Jesus.
8 out of the last 11? That's not bad. I think we won above. What? What'd
you say? 8 out of 11.
That's
what it sounded like.
I said you said 8 out of the last 11.
Yeah.
So what we won above 500 now, right?
We're one above 5.
Yeah, I think that it seems like the Knicks turning the corner. I hope.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Hey,
I kind of lagged.
I think we turning the corner. So I think the trade. I'm not sure how he's gonna perform. I hear good things and I hear bad things about him. I hear he gonna, they say he's always hurt. Then I hear that he's a good defender. Then I hear he's not good on defense. And you know how it is. Once they come to New York, you start to see. I'm curious to see whose spot he gonna take. Right. If he gets burned like that, that's what I'm curious to see.
I'm one to think that if you make a trade for Cam Reddish, that you're gonna find minutes for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think that's the kind of deal.
So you think he's that player where they need to? He ain't gonna be on the bench.
I think they need to figure out if they're gonna spend money on him or not. So
what do you mean? But this is his contract. Yeah, if they're gonna pay him.
Him and RJ came in the same time. So next year would be their contract year. So they want to see if, should we hand you the extension come next year? Or, you know what I mean? And should we continue on with this? Like they have to figure out now, should he be part of their future? And if not, they can move on from him by the summertime. Or he might be a piece that they can still be trying to trade before the deadline.
I mean, I've been hearing mixed. Well, nah. This is the first time I can actually say that I feel like all Knicks fans have been positive about a trade. But I really don't know much about Cam Reddish. Like every time I feel like he was supposed to play, he was injured, he was out. I hear people saying that he's a ball handler. I hear people say he's good on defense. I hear people say that he is like 30-something% from the 3-point line. I don't know. I have to see him play. I think it's great that RJ played with him, and there's some chemistry there, hopefully. But we'll see. Someone said that he may even take Fournier's minutes, but I'm just like, I don't know how that's going to happen. So
Fournier wasn't doing anything tonight to the end of the game, and he hit some timely shots. It was like 2.
Yeah, he hit some very, very crucial buckets tonight.
But he hit his. I mean, as far as what he finished with is pretty much what he should be scoring per game in my eyes. So he had a good game, if you ask me.
All right, yeah. So let's get into it. Toon says RJ needs the ball more since Kemba been out. He's been baking. Yeah, man, he's been on fire. I don't understand why at some point tonight this could have easily been his third straight 30-point game. I mean, I think around the 5-6 minute mark they just Julius was feeling it, so they kept feeding Julius.
They kept giving it to I hate when because then he started losing the ball again, even though we won.
Yeah, and I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to start thinking of it like that, especially because I wanted RJ to get 30. So I didn't want to start getting mad at Julius because RJ didn't get 30. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me back up before I do that. But this could have easily been a 30-point game by RJ. And RJ, if he really wanted it, he could have gotten it. You saw that at the end. I think there was like 30 seconds left in the game, and they had 24 seconds left on the shot clock, and he just dribbled it out. Yeah. But that's the thing about RJ. He's a little nice. That's not what everybody likes. You know what I'm saying? But it's good that he can still calmly hand you 26 points. So let's get into some of these stats tonight. So since we're talking about RJ was 8 for 20, 40% from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. Wow, 10. He shot 10 free throws. He's been getting to the line like crazy in the past couple games, which he should. We should. Yeah. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, and 2 fouls. 26 points, and he's a +8.
Yeah.
And he played a great game. He played the most minutes, which is weird because I didn't notice that, but I realized that he plays a lot of minutes when Julius isn't on the court. He runs with the second unit a lot. But the last couple games he's been on fire. They've been giving him the ball, running some offense through him. He's been making it easy for Mitch to be involved. The past few games, his numbers have been skyrocketing because RJ and his pick and roll game is just getting better and better game by game. as you see, Mitch, he had 14 points tonight and 13 rebounds, and you're starting to see a lot of these double games out of Mitch because he's just involved. As you know, he tweeted out a few weeks ago, like, they got me out here doing cardio, and you know what that was about. And we were annoyed because it was he was basically saying that I'm just out here running around, I'm not involved,
right?
And that was primarily during the time where the offense was heavily being ran through Julius Randle, and like we've mentioned recently here, Julius Randle doesn't really call a lot of plays for Mitchell Robinson. He's starting to do it a lot recently. I mean, what he does, Julius Randle, like he'll get him the ball in terms of like when he gets down in the paint and they double him in the paint, he'll like dish it around the back to him. He's good for those to Mitch, but he doesn't like run the pick and roll with him, which I think would be deadly, because how would you defend that pick and roll? You know what I'm saying? Because Julius is effective both inside and out. So it's like you can't go over, you can't go under. You still got a lob threat in Mitch. I just would like to see them run that a little bit more. And you started to see them figure it out a little bit more tonight. Because, like, we always talk about it here. It looks like whenever Julius Randle is passing the ball, it's passing to Evan Fournier or Alec Burks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we mentioned that he likes passing the ball to shooters.
To shooters, yeah.
I mean, it's no surprise.
Right. But he's been learning how to incorporate everyone into the offense. And ever since then, the entire starting lineups in positives, and everyone's playing well.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only negative plus minus is OB and Quick.
OB and Quick, and we'll get into OB and Quick later. Some weird stuff. They're just Quick is not really playing well, but OB, I'm a little concerned with OB, but we'll get there. Julius Randle. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I didn't let you guys give your input on RJ and how he's been playing the past few games.
I thought I touched on it. He's been shining lately. Like I said, did I say that before we started the cast? Like, I hope he just stays there. Keeps going.
I think it might have been before you.
Yeah, he's been starting. He's like the top scorer this game.
Mm-hmm.
8 out of 10 free throws. I can't really be mad at that.
Right.
With Cam Reddish showing up, I hope that I hope there's a chemistry thing. However, that'll work out. But I think that he's starting to pick it up and get into mid-season form, and that's like the thing where you like. I think Mitch also starting to. He's getting he's getting his bounce. He's jumping all over the place. He's dunking the ball. He's getting physical down in there. I think he's back to the way he needs to be.
Right.
But I think both of them. I think if RJ could keep this up, I just hate to see that RJ. Who said it the other night? They said we need a point guard.
Yeah.
We running the squad. We don't really have a point guard out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Until Quick is out there, and Quick is, he's a little wet behind the ears. But I think, Julius, I think, is handling the rock like that because that's who we got right now. So I guess we got to see. But RJ's been doing his thing. He's strong.
Yeah.
I like that about the kid. When he knocking down the threes, that kid could be dangerous, man.
Mm-hmm.
He got to use that left and really use that to his advantage.
Yeah. 2 for 5 tonight.
Yeah. Rick, you had anything?
And now he's on a streak. I don't know what got into him, but I just hope he keeps it going, man. I like it when he's scoring. I hate when he's out there and it looks like he's just running around in circles and not really doing much of anything. I mean, I know there's a lot of things he does that won't make the stat sheet, but I like it when he is making the stat sheet with at least points. So I just hope he keeps it going.
Yeah, more the same. Consistency. We've seen these flashes from RJ before. There's nothing really to get super, super excited about. But the only difference this time versus those times is it seems as though Tibbs is starting to trust him as someone to put the ball in his hands and get us a bucket and make a play. So if you look at how his percentages tonight, he's shooting a lot of shots. And if we can keep these guys, and this is why I'm a little concerned about when we get Kemba back, how it's going to work, and add in Cam Reddish as well. because if you look at Evan Fournier, he's efficient, 13 shots. He's making 7 of 13, 18 points. You know, just doing exactly what we expected him to do when we got him. 4 out of 8. Now, when you add in Cam Reddish, you add in Kemba Walker. Is he going to get those consistent 13 shots per game? And when he doesn't, we see the kind of Evan Fournier he turns into when he starts to take, ill-advised shots because, he just wants to get his shots up in a way. Or sometimes he doesn't. A shooter doesn't ever see a bad shot. So
what that's what I always say about people who can shoot. They just keep shooting on bad nights. They right. Shoot it even when they got the layup, and I can't stand it. One of the things I think is an advantage for Cam Reddish is that one of the things that the downside on the offensive end, defensive end is Fournier is big and slow.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of like that Carmelo body type where he's like in shape, but his body is like borderline. He's like almost fat, but he's not fat.
Like out of the league for 2 years, and you see.
Yeah. Like he just looks like he's gonna be like heavy in a second, but he moves like he's heavy.
Yeah.
Like Fournier he's not how like light on his toes. Yeah. But I think Cam Reddish, because one of the things that you see a lot of defenders when they on him and they set that high pick for Fournier and you see him up there, they scared, like they trying to go over the top, or if they go underneath on the pick, they really trying to chase him. He can use that to his advantage and just take somebody to the basket, but he's too slow.
He's too slow, yeah. He doesn't have
that. You know what I mean? He always gets those, he drives, and then they keep up with him, and then he got to step back, and now he's sitting there trying to create something, but he don't really have handle either. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that right there could be that one little thing where if the Knicks, I don't know if they did this pickup on data. I don't know if they did it based on like you can't leave that kid there. If the Hawks called you and was like, "Y'all want Cam Reddish," I don't know who called who, but if they said, "Yo, why don't you pass this Cam Reddish?" and they was like, "All right," you could be like, "Well, you can't leave him out there." So, but I just think that could be an advantage for him.
Yeah, I mean, if actually one of the first reports on the trade that came out was that at first they what does it say? Yeah, the Hawks asked for Quentin Grimes during negotiations for Cam Reddish, but they turned him down.
Interesting.
And they turned him down. They said no. But that tells me that the Knicks are not trying to move Quentin Grimes. They're like, all right, we like this kid.
Well, not for him. Like they be like, nah, we got somebody younger.
Yeah.
What y'all talking about?
Right. Exactly. Like we're not gonna move him for exactly like you said, not for him.
And I think y'all doing like y'all need to get rid of this dude, don't you? All right, holla at me when you come up with something better.
Yeah, because he actually asked for a trade months ago.
Oh, did he?
Who?
Yeah, he asked for a trade months ago. Cam Reddish.
Killer Cam?
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he asked for a trade. He asked for a trade in the summer, and that's what Nate McMillan said. He said he made a decision in the summertime that he wanted to be elsewhere, and that's just really what it was. But right after this trade was made, The Athletic came out with an article that reported that he had asked for a trade already months ago, and everyone knew that, so kind of made it awkward in the locker room for him. You know what I'm saying? So everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? But hopefully this is the place where he can spread his wings, as they say. And
again, you got to play the game. You ain't just gonna run up in here and get minutes because you
exactly. Exactly. So we'll check out the chat real quick. I don't know. I mean,
Lakers opposed. What's that? What's that? Like a troll or something?
Yeah,
must be.
Oh, don't
must
post
be.
that, man.
I don't know. Important question: Lakers or Bulls? I don't know. I think right now, clearly,
Bulls.
It's not the Lakers.
Yeah, it ain't the Lakers.
It's not the Lakers. But
what's important about that? Anyhow,
but they took a bad L though. But I know they lost their guy. They caught a bad one last night.
Who?
They was down. They was down like 30, 40 points, bro.
Oh, Zach LaVine. No, but he hurt himself.
They lost like Zach LaVine, but they were down 30, 40. I don't care.
No, they were down 30, 40 like as soon as I think no. Wow. What I was trying to say
early,
is like 3 minutes
enough.
in the game, he got hurt. I think he only played like 3 minutes and change.
Hey, let me tell you something. If he's hurt and you're going to be losing by 30, 40, y'all in a lot of trouble.
And then Kevin Durant got hurt tonight as well.
Oh, yeah, I saw. They said it was a little tweak or something.
Knee sprain or something like that. So hopefully it'll be fine. But anyway.
I don't care. He'll play for the Knicks. I don't care. I'll be out the rest of the season.
I'm not gonna wish that on anybody
Nah, I ain't.
because I would hate for someone
Well,
to
I
wish
don't
that
care
on
if
our
the Nets start losing. Like, all right.
word.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't really change nothing.
yeah. Oh well. So one person I do want to talk about has been up and down, but he's been reliable, of course, is Alec Burks. Tonight, a sneaky almost triple double game out of Alec Burks, 17 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds. 7 for 7 from the free throw line, 2 for 6 from the three, 4 for 8 from the field. Very efficient game, quiet.
Triple double.
Yeah. Did I say double double?
You said triple double.
You did say triple?
Yeah,
You said almost triple double.
Yeah, almost triple double. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I ain't messed that up. But yeah, so great game from hit tonight. A very efficient game as well. Plus 11 is second highest plus minus on the team behind Julius Randle. What did you guys see from Alec Burks tonight? You know, he has these games every now and then where it's like, yo, son, I really want this guy to play a lot, but then he gives you these other games where it's like, damn, I'm taking back to the
but I don't like him at the point. I don't like people who ain't got handle running the point. But
yeah, he never looks like he has control over the ball.
Yeah, like he looked like he damn near about to get the ball stolen every time.
Yeah, so he's scrambling every single play.
So I like his style. I like his poise. That boy's like a pro. He could score. He's nice.
Yeah.
But they using him as a point guard, which is like awkward because he's not quick. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in there somewhere with like, yo, this dude is nice. And you look at him, you're like, yo, how's he nice? Like, but why is he like so nice? But he could shoot. We know he could shoot. You know what I mean? Like he's mad nice. He never gets angry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
He's
mad cool.
Like he's just one of them dudes where it's just like,
he's mad I think I remember. I remember seeing them after the game. They had asked him one question. He was mad hyped, and all of a sudden they asked him because he was like, yeah. And we're like,
yeah, like he brought it back down. He's like, hold on, I'm getting up there.
He went to the next question. He was like,
I'm getting up there.
All right.
Wow.
And they're like,
no, you could be excited.
And then they said, then they made the joke, and man of many words, and like, because he clearly doesn't say nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's one of those dudes who he's very humble, but he can drop a lot of buckets on you on a good night. Some guys, I mean, everybody is saying that there has to be another trade. I think it will be either between Burks or Fournier that would have to be moved if there is a trade, and that's just if, because there's just a lot of minutes there. Because once, say, Derrick Rose is coming back, Kemba Walker may be back. So when you talk about Burks, Fournier, we don't know. We don't know.
Oh, you mean as far as the trade is concerned? But when I see this Cam Reddish trade, I felt like off the rip, I was like, all right, well, somebody else about to be out.
Yeah, because, like I said, if Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose come back and they end up staying, then that pushes everyone back to their natural position. Quickly can't be your third string point guard. He's going to be back at the 2. So that means Quickly is now in your 2-guard rotation. So that's Quickly, Burks, Fournier, Cam Reddish, RJ, as all your wings. There's no way you have a lot of, all the minutes to accommodate for all of those guys. So, and then Quentin Grimes, that's 6 guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, I don't know where they think this, or how this is possible.
This is why they think that there's still more to come.
Yeah, there has to be a trade. There has to be a trade. So, more moves to be made. Hopefully that make more sense, that it's conducive to a more free flowing offense and everything that's going on here. So let's check out the chat. Toon says, I think RJ's contract, if he scored the amount of points, he can get players from his college. I think in RJ's contract, if he scored amount of points, he could get players. I think we're trying to say.
Slow down your tone. You gotta slow down with the typing, bro. You gotta reread. You gotta proofread
I think what he's trying to say is in his contract that if he scored a lot of points, that they would go get someone from his college team.
That they gonna what?
Go get someone from his college team. Referring to Cam Reddish and maybe Zion as well. But I want to see if Zion can stay in the court first.
Zion ain't coming here, man.
I don't want Zion. Everybody's been saying this shit about Zion.
Why?
I don't want Zion.
Listen,
every season is gonna be like this.
Listen, the first thing people say when they say they want Zion, it would be cool. It'll be nice. because
No.
we wanted him when he first
Well,
was drafted.
yeah.
But let's be honest, ever since, out of everyone that was drafted that year, he's been the biggest disappointment. Only because of the amount of games he's played, not because of his talent.
Right.
It's just he's played 85 games, guys. Like, and he's
Mhm.
been in the league for 3 years. This is now his third season. So, I mean, I want to see you play before, especially if we're talking about trading for you. Like,
Mhm.
if you want to come over in free agency, be my guest. You know what I mean? That's completely different. But to trade for this guy, I don't know if I'd do it until I see you actually play. I want to see you put some minutes on the floor. I want to see you play for an entire season. I want to see you in shape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least half a season. Give me
Yeah. Nah, a
3
full
straight.
season. It's been too long, man. You're
Yeah,
the
like,
number one draft pick. Like, come on.
yeah, man. It's just crazy.
He's gonna be dealing with weight issues his whole career, which means he's gonna be dealing with knee issues his whole career.
Which is why on draft on lottery night, when we found out we weren't getting the number 1 pick, I was sort of relieved in a way. As much as I would love to have Zion here and have that dynamic player like Stephen A. Smith was saying, I was so like cool with not having the first pick, because now we're not pressured into picking Zion. And then I knew he was gonna have knee issues. Like, there's no way you jump like that at that size and you don't have knee issues. Like, this is impossible. And I think within his first summer league game, like few summer league games, he had to sit because it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't even make it to his first, training. Go ahead.
What position he play? He played power forward, right?
Powerful. Yeah, power forward.
So who we losing it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even think that works
it
out.
doesn't make sense.
All right, if we're being realistic, it seems as though that they're focusing on RJ's timeline. So within 2 years, I don't see Julius being here.
Focusing on RJ's what?
Timeline. Like, players that are in RJ's timeline.
Right, and I could dig that. But so what you saying? He's gonna outlive? He gonna be here longer than Julius?
For sure.
I mean, and that's long term. I'm talking that's 7-8 years, bro.
7-8 years where?
No. That
no.
timeline.
No, I'm saying I don't think Julius will be here in the next 2 years.
Really?
Yes. I don't think so. I don't think he'll be here in the next 2 years.
Yeah, you gotta put that in stone. We gotta do like a bet or something like that. And
it's not a bet. I'm just saying in terms of, like, first off, there's a lot of contractual things at that point that, when you get to that point in terms of re-signing guys, like,
is nice though. He ain't doing
his contract is nice now. It's a team-friendly contract now. But then you don't know who you're gonna get between now and this. If this team stands pat from now until that time, yeah, sure, keep him. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have to. That's why you sign him on that team-friendly contract. But RJ is gonna demand more money now, especially with the way he's been playing recently. If he keeps that up, then you're gonna be bringing some more people in there who obviously are going to demand more money if the team wants to be better. I just think at some point you're going to have to, especially if RJ keeps improving. In 2 years, if RJ is on the trajectory that he's in now, let's say he continues to get better and he gets better and better and better and better. Within 2 years, RJ is going to be the man for this team. And I'm not sure at that point how well he and Julius fit on that roster at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe Julius leaves in free agency, or he might be a part of a trade that, who knows? I don't know at that point. But there is a spot for Zion if he wanted to come here as a free agent. Am I like jumping up for joy for that? No, because like I said, I don't know what the hell I'm getting out of Zion. I'm not confident in that right now. I'm just happy that these guys are actually putting their time into the development of the young guys. And a trade for a guy like Cam Reddish, who played with RJ, shows that they are focused on RJ and his timeline. That's just what is proven.
I agree though. Nah, 100%. For them to get this kid, for them to get Cam, it felt like they would think about him.
Yeah.
And what was Cam, the 10th pick?
I believe he was the 10th pick. And I think they said, RJ said that they called him, or they talked to him before they made the trade.
They called RJ?
Yes. But I mean, You know,
But my thing is this: you call RJ, what he gonna tell you? Nah, don't bring that nigga here. Nah,
It's possible.
but nah,
he wasn't doing that.
He wasn't gonna do that. He wasn't gonna do that. And then I think they said right after it happened, Cam called him. Cam called RJ like right away after it happened. So you know, I think
that's number one. You coming to I'm coming to your team. We're gonna be killing them like we used to.
Yeah, man. And I think with the skill that Cam Reddish has, I think if he just continues to put it together, someone who at his size, 6'8", he can shoot, he can handle the ball. He has control, he can drive to the basket. You know what I'm saying? He's athletic, he plays defense. He has literally all of the tools. He just has to put it together. It's not that easy to put it together. Like, he can be a very talented player and not know how to put it together. So, hopefully he gets the time and he's able to do that here. Still Knicks fans. What's good, Knicks fans? Salute to my guys, Apollo, Andre, and Rick. What's good? What's good, baby? Family? How y'all doing over there, man? Always showing love. We were talking about Alec earlier. He said Alec is the definition of a pro. He just understands how to play in the NBA. That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. He just, like he said, he just knows. That boy know the game. What he play, like 12, 13 teams?
Maybe
he played on a few teams.
I think it's like 4 or 5. I don't think it's 12, 13. That's
God, look it up. I'm gonna Google that shit right now.
It's not double digits. That's
it's double digits, bro. He played for like 13 teams.
It's not.
Look it up. We looking it up now. So
that Alec Burke play on.
But earlier this game, he knocked down Trae Young and helped him up. So I mean, like, I think he has a good rapport around the players as well.
Pudge says my son Grimes locked up Trae today. Yeah, Trae wasn't he wasn't balling like that. What was Trae's numbers today? Let's see over here. It says Trae Young. Trae Young had 29
points. That's
29 points. He got locked up. 29 points, 5 assists,
wow,
3 rebounds, and 3 steals.
It didn't feel like he had 29 points.
It did not. I didn't feel that 29 at all. I didn't see. Pause. But that's crazy. Yeah,
ready?
Man.
Yeah,
ready?
Here we go. Yeah.
Alec Burks is a shooting guard for the New York Knicks, selected as the 12th overall pick in the 2011 draft. Burks' NBA career spent 16, including the
16.
Cleveland Cavaliers, Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors, and Philadelphia 76ers.
My man said 13 teams.
Yeah, I thought he was playing on.
Yeah, that's.
I thought he played everywhere.
Got that experience.
I remember when he played for Golden State.
Yo, is he 30? How old is he?
How old is Burks? Let me see. Alec Burks, Octagon. 1991. So he's 10 years younger than you, Cat.
10 years younger than me? Yo, you just wild out.
Oh, no, I'm bugging.
Yeah.
I'm bugging. He's 3 years younger than you.
3 years younger than me.
3 years younger than you. I'm bugging. What the hell did I thought I saw?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
But he's 30. Okay. Yeah, imagine playing for 12 teams in like 8 years. That would
Alec Burks look old too. Oh, they got his Instagram. I'm gonna be tagging him, but like this, yo, you need to shoot the ball better, brother.
Still.
Yeah, he got 9 posts. You see how he is? His personality. He ain't posting. He ain't trying.
Who? Well, he got 9 posts on his page.
Yeah, I don't know, and it ain't got a check, so I don't know if it's actually his.
He don't run it. It's not even his.
Yeah, he ain't one of them.
Zion is a tough sell for me. Says the
yeah,
so. Yeah, same here. I don't know what I'm getting out of the guy, man.
Who? Alec? Who said that?
No, no, he's talking about Zion.
Oh.
I don't know what
I don't want Zion. What we getting out of Zion? He ain't playing enough basketball for us to see.
Yeah, we don't know.
Listen, Zion at his best, give me Zion. Like, he's unguardable, completely unguardable, and it's not even questionable. Like, a healthy Zion is completely dominant. He's more on like a Giannis level dominant when he's healthy.
Is he even playing right now?
No, he hasn't played this season at all yet.
He was overweight. He came back to camp. It was like,
I don't know about the overweight thing. I think
they said they went to his crib. They thought he was 300 pounds or something like that.
Bro, well, listen. I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of that is stuff that's pumped out by either his camp,
Joshua,
or
you ain't see the pictures.
Dre ain't no pictures. Dre Ain't no
Joshua,
picture.
you ain't see they had him when he walked in, like they had pictures of him.
How do you know
saw
when
the
he
commercial
walked
with
in?
him and you saw the commercial with him and Zach Levine?
Yeah.
Dre. First of all, you've been on TV before. How long does it take something to be posted on television?
I'm saying he should never be that big, Cat.
Jay could have been in the middle of summer. He lives in
It
New
don't matter
Orleans,
when.
bro.
Why you getting that big, bro?
That's what I'm not saying. It's not possible. All I'm saying is there's no way that I believe 100% in those stories. I haven't seen it.
So let's say he's not overweight then. So why would his camp put that information out? What's their goal?
They don't want. He does not want to play there. He's not even training with the team.
Oh, yeah, he said he don't want to play.
He's training in Portland. He's not training with the team. That sounds eerily similar to when Porzingis was training in Latvia, nowhere near his team, and we had to send people out there to be with Porzingis. And what happened months later? He was traded.
Okay, but then you can't see what he's capable of doing.
Right, and Dallas couldn't see what Porzingis was doing. You know what I mean? But they was like, "Yo, we want him. Send him over here." But I mean, at the same time, what were we trading for him? They weren't really losing. They were losing Dennis Smith Jr. Like they didn't care about that. Like, of course,
you would do a straight up trade for Zion for Julius?
Hell no. What?
That's what I'm saying,
bro. Not right now. Not with what I know. If Zion is at his best, if Zion is at his best, though, if he's healthy, yes, absolutely, without a doubt.
Right, but we got to see that. He got to play the games.
Yeah,
we don't know what he's doing right now.
Because you got to be honest with
you. We're doing the theoretical. We're doing a hypothetical. At his best, and we don't know what we get from him.
Exactly.
Zion, but you got to think about it. Zion at his best, he has an all-star appearance already in his first 3 years, and it took Julius
He's a bad man when he's playing.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It took Julius how many years to get his all-star appearance, and he had to sneak in there.
I can dig it, but Julius Randle right now.
Right, I'm not trading Julius. I'm still not trading Julius.
I'm not saying I'm trading Julius because unless we get something back, that's comparable, or we got that kind of guy that knows that if you're gonna have a power forward running the floor, there's got to be something comparable. But the one thing that Julius does that drives me, I don't know what it is. Like today, he had his layup block, and he had the lane to the basket. I'm like, why he ain't just dunk?
He had his dunk block earlier too.
No, he don't got lift like that. That was on Onyeka.
Why?
Why doesn't he have lift like that?
Right.
I don't.
You sound like my son now asking questions
Sometimes people just aren't gifted like that.
Yo, because remember I was complaining about Carmelo with that.
Yeah. I mean, he's just not athletic. Yo, being athletic is a gift, Dre. It's not something.
Joshua, it don't take none of it. Yo, the rim is right there. You 6'9". You got like a foot.
It sounds a lot easier on a podcast than it does in the NBA.
But you running the lane. Like if you need a running start, you got that. He was running for the lane. But
you got to think about it though. He was being guarded by someone, and the person that blocked him wasn't guarding him. So it was a double.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you dunk the ball, you ain't got to worry about that. The second time he got blocked, that was just a nasty. That was a good block. I'm not talking about the one where he had the two-handed. Homeboy came in the middle and hurt his arm trying to block him. Okay. I'm not talking about that one. He had the lane. Because he went for the dunk for that one. The one you talking about, he went for the dunk.
Yeah.
Oh no. The one I'm talking about, he didn't go for the dunk. It was a layup.
Nah, he had a layup, but his guy was behind him. But he caught up because he doing a. You know how you think you got him and you do you take your time with it.
He should have just dunked. He should have dunked that one.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But he does that often. I'm like, he ain't getting no alley-oops. He ain't. You know how dudes happy to go get that. He's never in the play for that. See, he's too big now. Pause.
and Joe said he still got blocked.
Yeah. So even if he went for the
dunk, no. On that play, that's a whole other play.
Yeah.
That could have gone either way. You got to go for the dunk, and the dude got to go for the block. But I'm saying on that play where he had the lane and he had it open, he should have got. He got to go for the dunk so the layup don't get blocked. When you doing the layup, you putting the ball up higher, like you giving that shit time.
Yeah.
Bring it down.
Still Nick fan says he works out a lot. The bigger he hasn't gotten. He lost some of his lift. Look at Mitch from earlier in the year. Mitch couldn't jump. Now
Mitch was too heavy. He came in there heavy.
Yeah. He's
talking about I gained 60 pounds in the off season. I'm gonna be in the paint now. Look at you.
Yeah, he definitely didn't need to have.
I feel like I think he got leaner though. Randall looks leaner from when he used to.
You mean in the off season?
No, now.
He did get leaner.
Yeah.
So he lost because he in running weight now. That's a whole other. When you're in the gym pumping weights, you're gonna get bigger. But then when you start running,
exactly. But we knew that was gonna happen. There's no way he was gonna keep that weight on all throughout the season.
You know, it would have been dope if he'd have put that joint. Like, you remember I had to do? He was like, "Yeah, I gained like 60 pounds this off season." 3 months later, you know, it had like that little
3 months later.
He can't keep up. Yeah, that would have been dope because he was big and slow.
Just so y'all be saying everybody should
dunk. Julius Randle need to dunk. I'm sorry. He's a power forward. I'm sorry.
There's certain plays where yes, he should definitely dunk. But I mean, like if he starts to play and like he does a little lift off a little bit sooner than he wants, then a layup is probably that's all that's left. Because you're not gonna get an air ball dunk. Like, come on, you gotta put that finger roll up there and get that layup.
You said for the show, the side-by-side pics of Julius, it looks like he ate young Julius. Yo, Julius put on mad muscle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? He put on
mad muscle. No, he put on mad muscle. From his rookie year till now, he definitely put on like an easy 30 pounds of muscle, bro.
So you think that's why he's not dunking it because he's too heavy? You think he's too big?
I think Julius. This is my problem with Julius, and I can't have a problem with him because this is God's fault. But his arms are just very short. Like it's just nothing he can do about it. His arms are short.
Julius you know what? Now that you say that, he not really like a long, like they have these dudes like Frank Ntilikina had like a 7 foot wingspan.
That's why he doesn't get a lot of blocks.
It's God's fault.
It's God's fault. It's not Julius's fault.
God did that.
Yo, God, why you doing like that? Like that.
We know it's not you, it's God. We know
it's not you. Listen, imagine they put him in the office and they about to get rid of him. Like, listen, it's not your fault. We know God. Like, listen, we know God.
Not blaming you.
Yeah, it's not your fault. We understand that this happens, but y'all are too short.
we know God got a little distracted over here and everybody.
He had a couple things on his mind while he was
a couple things on his mind.
He was trying to create a bunch of other people at the same time. So.
He was making Zion at the same time.
Yeah. See, but Zion's that dude, like he's a monster. Yeah. He gonna dunk and he's shorter than Julius.
By at least like 2 inches, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Zion is like
dunk.
6.
I mean,
7.
Later in his career, maybe not though.
Nah, that's the thing that scares me about getting him is because how like all right now him and RJ are both the same age, so I think you have 3 guys on your team at that time that are, I think Cam is 22 and they're a few months apart, so you got 3 guys around the same age on your team. Zion, if you took Zion is 6'6", damn, I was gonna give him 6'7", damn, whew. A 6'6" power forward. Now, I mean, it is 2022. Things are different, and there was a guy named Chuck Hayes who was a 6'6" center. I remember for the Rockets back in the day, and for a few teams. He was kind of a
sure he wasn't watching no basketball with nobody named Chuck Hayes back in the days. Talking about, where'd you get that reference from? You was Googling this shit or something? What you talking about? He was like, yo, there was this guy Chuck Hayes played for the Rockets. I was watching the game. I was watching him close. And he was 6'6" and he had me.
I said, you see how he threw words in my mouth? I was watching him close. What are we doing here?
That's what you said.
That's not what I said. I didn't say anything watching him close. All I know is I was a Tracy McGrady fan, so he was on the team with Tracy McGrady.
Oh, okay.
And I know Tracy McGrady was taller than him, but he was the center. It always bothered me.
Oh, okay. So because you knew that because that was your man. I get it now.
No, I mean, but Chuck Hayes played on mad teams in the league. Who doesn't know who Chuck Hayes is?
I don't remember no Chuck Hayes. That's because
you didn't watch basketball. All right, so
maybe I wasn't watching Orlando. I don't know. Maybe
he
had NBA League Pass or something like that.
He didn't even play in Orlando. He played in Houston. Look, come on, man. Look.
Man,
you're a little over the place. Look over. Anyway, you crazy as hell, man.
Of course, you would remember Chuck Hayes.
I would. Of course, I would remember.
Regular Joe.
Oh, Oh, Joe.
Regular Joe, remember?
Joe remembers.
Of
Dre.
course.
Dre a casual.
Dre is a
Well, it come to whatever the team, Houston Rockets or whatever he was on. I wasn't watching them motherfuckers like, not the Rockets.
Well, listen. The
Barkley
point
was 6'5".
that
Oh, wow.
damn, I thought Barkley was 6'6". Jesus. Listen,
Who?
man. Well, actually, Barkley, I heard Barkley was 6'4" at some point too. Yeah, a lot of
6'4"?
these dudes.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't that tall like that. Actually, when you see him stand next to Kenny Smith, he's really not that much taller than Kenny Smith. And Kenny Smith was like
he's
6
not that
foot.
tall.
Yeah.
Compared.
Yeah. But anyway, the point of the matter is I don't know what I'm getting out of Zion.
Exactly.
You know,
They get nothing out of him now.
Yeah, right now. But I mean, there's also an argument that he just doesn't want to play there, so he's not gonna.
I hear
I
that
mean,
too.
and he's almost been verbal. I think they asked him a question: is that what do you like about the organization, or what is something they asked him, and he was like, "I'm glad you asked me that." And then I don't remember what he said after that. He said, because no one asked me. He said, "What do I like about this organization?" And he was like, "Well, to me personally." And then I don't remember what he said after that. And I was like, "Yo."
You said he what? You said what?
He said, well, me personally, like my personal opinion, but then they cut it off. So I'm like, this kid does not want to be there. It's just weird to me. The energy's always been weird. You don't
think he's happy over there?
No, I mean, not only has there been a plethora of news that comes out that says that he's not happy there, and his family even saying that he doesn't want to be there.
What's the family saying that? They trying to get him out of there. The family don't really got to come out and say that.
I mean, you look at Anthony Davis' dad. He came out as soon as he said when he was in New Orleans, and he said, "My son doesn't want to play in New Orleans." You knew that it was only a matter of time before he wasn't there.
Pop don't even keep it
say that.
Yeah,
exactly. Anyway, so we got the Atlanta stats up here. I might want to see these guys. At the end of the day, we got the dub. So I do want to talk about. Quickly's been on a little slump recently. Grimes, he's been balling. He came in, dropped I think he made all of his shots. He was 100% across the board through 16 minutes. And when you got a guy like Grimes in there hitting all of his buckets, and Obi Toppin's in there for 10 minutes and 30 seconds, and he doesn't take a shot.
Donut.
He doesn't get a rebound. He gets an assist. Picks up a foul. I don't know what's going on with Obi.
He looks defeated.
It almost, and this is gonna hurt, but it almost sounds like he
knows he's getting traded.
Yeah, like he knows he's gonna get traded. And like it's just the way he's been playing the past couple of games is really, really, really scaring me because it's not making his case any better if he doesn't want to be traded. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he could just be playing bad because teams would be like, listen, if he's gonna play like that, I don't want him. You know what I'm saying? And then he ends up making it past the trade deadline like he did last year, and then he gets better after that, ironically, like he did last year. But I don't know, man.
And that's smart.
It's smart, but it's
dangerous. But
it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Your career is on the line when you make these kind of decisions. Also, I talked about it on the Frozen Envelope. I was listening to shout out to Nick of Time. He had a caller call in.
Excuse me?
Nick of Time?
The Nick of Time show.
Oh. You heard this? You heard what I heard, right, cuz?
Yeah, I'm like, that's somebody.
All right. What? Like you was Nick on a show called that?
Nick of Time? Nick. Oh my God. Anyway.
That's what it sounded like, Cat. When you say that show, you gotta say I was on that show.
You gotta pronounce that. Yeah, you gotta slow down.
I was on the KOT show. I was listening to the KOT show, and someone called in.
What does KOT stand for?
Nick of Time. The Nick of Time. I have to say the in front of it.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Shout out to Jay Ellis and his co-host. I forgot his name. Joe. I guarantee Joe knows his name. But anyway, they had a caller call in, and they knew someone from Tampa. They were from Tampa, and they ran into someone who, whatever. Long story short, they heard that Kevin Knox was the guy that before he got to the Knicks, he was always talking trash about the Knicks, like coming up and growing up. Like he was always the guy that always had a Knicks joke or something like that. So I kind of asked the question like, we always say once a Nick, always a Nick, or whenever I bring in like De'Aaron Fox or Spencer Dinwiddie, and I say I'd like to have them here, there's a bunch of Knicks fans that are like, nah, I don't want nobody here who's talked trash about the Knicks before. So I'm like, I never looked at it like that. To me, I'm like, bro, they're not gonna have a choice but to play if they come here. You know what I mean? But looking seeing how Kevin Knox's career has panned out, it's kind of like karma in a way. Like he's talked trash about the Knicks his entire life, and then he came here and then his career never panned out because he wasn't playing well enough. I just think that it was it's a little bit of karma there. Hopefully he figures it out over there in Atlanta. They needed somebody
that's closer to home.
He is closer to home, a little bit warmer. Maybe he didn't like the cold. But hopefully he figures it out in his career. He's not a terrible player, talented wise, but hopefully he figures it out mentally. That's clearly his issue. But yeah, sayonara. No disrespect.
It ain't like there's much to miss about his time here.
None to miss. But I don't know if I'm shouting once a Nick or as a Nick when Kevin Knox's name pops up.
I mean, they showed him love after the game, though.
They did. Yeah, I mean, they love him for sure. They love him, especially because he's been there like all their careers. The guys that were all, I didn't see Julius over there. But anyway,
he watched all their careers. Yep.
Yeah. He watched all their careers get better than his. It was RJ and then Quickly and Obi. But that's pretty much it. Taj was out there. Taj, he gave us his trademark 1 3-pointer.
Nerlens came back one game and is out again.
Listen, man.
It says coaching decision, but I don't know if it's an injury or not.
I think he tweaked something last game.
Oh my god!
I'm just sick of it. I'm good. I'm good. But Joe did say this on the show. He said, I don't care what he said about the Knicks before he was a Knick. I care that he stunk when he was one, which is a fact. He was trash when he was a Knick, and he got what he deserved. That's all that matters. That's pretty
that was
much
long
it.
overdue. Like, they was holding him.
I mean, everybody knew that he wasn't going to be here for long. Like, there was no way to hide that anymore.
He fell out of the rotation.
Couldn't tuck him in no more because they let go people. You like, yo, and we still got Kevin Knox. I guess nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't even think Atlanta wanted him.
Atlanta doesn't want him. I was about to say Atlanta doesn't even want him.
They need to fill that spot. They like, let's see what we do before the season is over.
Keep it real. I think they made that trade because it was like, listen, Cam doesn't want to be here.
Yeah,
we say $5 million on him, didn't we? He's supposed to get like $5 million or something this year.
Who? Kevin Knox?
Kevin Knox.
Yeah, but I mean, we got to pay Cam, so it's not really saved much.
Yeah, but $5 million. When you say $5 million about that kid, it's just like
true.
He was giving him how much?
I think we got some cash in that deal too, like 800 and some thousand. I don't know. There's a lot of.
I thought you were about to say $800. I was about to be like, yo, they call that cash. For the next, like, yo, let me get $800 for this.
Could you imagine?
$850,000? Nah, just give me $850 for him. We call it. All right, I got that on me.
Joe said, I got that on me. Joe says, they said Nerlens' knee was barking in warm-ups. It's always something.
Warm-ups? They paid that dude too. Come on, man. Like, damn.
Yo,
we talk about Zion and his knees.
Look, here you go. Nerlens just proving that all the complaining I did when we re-signed him was justified. Yeah, man. I was a little annoyed with that deal because it was 10 million for a guy who you knew what you were getting out of him. You couldn't catch.
But I thought they did that nice little deal with him because you could ship him out. Like, they didn't pay him a lot.
Bro, he could have got $8 million. Like 10? Let's talk about Nerlens, bro. Look how many games he's played since he got that 10 million. You know exactly what he was doing.
Boy, how many games he played? 12?
And now we see why he has all these issues with all of these damn agents. Like, wasn't it Rich Paul that he was trying to sue?
Yeah.
Listen, bro.
I think that's still ongoing.
He's a swindle. He's a swindle king, apparently. So, anyway,
but he did get screwed out of more money, though. So I mean, either way.
which is why he's probably trying to get that money back now.
Oh, yeah.
He probably got it. Was like, I went home, sat in
that
the
contract.
couch.
He was like, "Could y'all please?" He said, "I fucked one of my deals up. Could y'all just give me a couple more million a year? Help me get back on my till I get back on my feet. Give me like $2 million more. Just tuck it into the contract,
bro. Just tuck it under the table. I don't know. I don't know, man. Hopefully he gets back healthy and he's a part of a nice trade. I didn't say that. I didn't mean to say it like that.
Wow.
We play the Charlotte Hornets on Monday at 1 on Martin Luther King. So, fellas, what y'all trying to do? Show y'all gonna be? You working, Dre?
When Monday?
Yeah.
Nah, we get Martin Luther King off. I love Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. You ain't never met no Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Yeah, that's a good show. I mean, show.
That was
a good
classic
movie.
Martin Luther King. I said he knocked me down. I said, my bad.
Oh, my bad.
He said, oh, my bad. Yo, that joint right there, that was some classic.
So yeah, for Martin Luther King's birthday, whatever, for Martin Luther King's day, we have the Charlotte Hornets 1 o'clock game. Are we playing there or are they playing? Oh, they're playing
it says it's here.
We're home. We're home.
Yeah.
4 straight home games. So we're 1 game above 500 now.
About time. Clap it up, please.
Yeah, we getting back in there. What we in the standings? 10, 11, 10?
Yeah. Solid 10.
Solid 10. I think that we were 10th last night, then it jumped to 11th, and then we're back at 10. Something like that. It's kind of weird. Let's see. Do they have the standings on here? No, they don't have the standings here.
Yeah, they have them. They have them there. They're just not in that page.
Yeah. Let me make a move over here real quick and see what we got. Let's see what these standings is looking like.
Hornets are at 7.
Hornets are 7th. We are 10th. We're sitting. Come on, get out of my face, man.
You're better than the Hawks right now, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. The Hawks are 12th. They're in 12th. They're 17 and 25.
I can't believe Cleveland right now. I didn't see that coming,
bro. I mean, when you draft well, Evan Mobley. They
just play well together though. Because I don't think any one of them are just like an all-star caliber. I think they just play very well together.
No, I'm not gonna say Evan Mobley is a problem. Evan Mobley
he's an all-star caliber player.
Let's look at his numbers right now. Let's see. What is he doing? Where is Evan Mobley? Evan Mobley is a 6'11" center. He's averaging 15, 8, and 2 in his rookie season. I'd say he's near all-star caliber at that position. Near. I'd say near. But the kid, he's a baller, bro. He busted our ass, I'll tell you that. He played us. But he's a Swiss Army knife, man. The kid does a lot on the floor. I don't know what's going on right now, but this is not what I'm trying to look at. He does a lot on the floor. Darius Garland, like he said, has stepped up as well. That team is just really like
they're rocking, they're rolling. They play well together. I mean, that's what you look for in a team. That's why I say, if you get the teamwork moving, like it's great. Like the last game the Knicks played when they had the passing, the passing made everything.
It was beautiful.
It made everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was too much passing, but at least it was there that they wanted to pass the ball to one another, and I love to see that.
I do want to give Julius some credit for stepping it up. But the passing, I would have liked to see more of the passing that we saw in the past. No pun intended. But yeah, I would have in the past few games. But I'm not gonna complain about the way they both came in and they did their thing together. I like when they both have good games together, and the crowd isn't just change. I mean, even though you're in Atlanta and you're hearing RJ Barrett chants, it's kind of weird. It's just like
even Vince Carter said, these New York fans, they travel.
They travel. They really do travel, man. But I mean, you gotta think about it. There's a lot of New Yorkers in Atlanta, like a ton of them, and you're gonna hear a lot of New Yorkers. Well, I mean, whenever the Knicks come to Charlotte, you're gonna hear a lot of New York fans in Charlotte as well, like I always say. But yeah, man, 26 points from RJ, 24 from Julius, 14 from Mitch, 13 rebounds to add to that, Fournier hit you with 18 points. Damn near triple double with Alec Burks, 17, 8, and 9. Hopefully we can get quickly back going again. He's been playing well recently, especially with the starting, or was he starting? Yeah, I think he was starting at one point at maybe the 2 spot when Evan was out, and I think he had a pretty good game. But he's starting to said what happened.
I was gonna say what's Robinson averaging now? Because I feel like his last 3 or 4 games have been really good.
Let's check it out. Let's see.
I mean, I would look at the end of the game. He'll probably have like 2 blocks, maybe, and then like 4 points. But like
8
the last
points, 8
couple of games,
rebounds.
he's been like 8 points. I mean, like that's an improvement.
That's solid. If you're averaging out everything he's done all season as well, but
if
in
you
the
look at
last
the
couple
last couple
games,
of games, yeah, he's been double
he's-
figures.
Let's see. Does it have it right here? His points, yeah, 8. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's look at the. Do they have the game by game splits? They're not trying to show me the game by game stats.
Because this is the Mitch that I thought we were going to get early in the season, and then he was going to improve upon this. But I've been happy with what he's been doing.
I'm trying to see if they could. All right, here we go. Yeah, so the last couple games he had 14 points.
Yeah,
14 and 13 tonight. 19 and 10 versus Dallas. 13 and 11 versus San Antonio. Boston, when we lost, he had 11 and 8.
Yeah, come on.
So
last couple, and then before that, like 8-4. Like he definitely realized that this is a contract year for me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stay
earn
here.
my money. I gotta earn my money. But more than anything, they've been getting him involved as well. That's something that
he's gonna get paid. He's not a powerful center. He can't create really. He could grab rebounds.
That's the issue though with Mitch, is that you're not gonna get whatever you get out of Mitch is based off of what the guards are gonna get him. You know, like a lot of if it's not a rebound and he's going back up, like that's all he can control. That's
what a lot of centers. Like I don't see a lot of teams looking for their center. Like they'll get a rebound and then put it back up.
He's gonna be coming. If he goes to another team, he's coming off the bench. If we get like a good center, he's gonna be coming off the bench, and then we got to do something with Nerlens. But if you get it depending on how the chemistry goes, if you get like the right kind of point guard, young, who can create and deliver the ball like a real floor general. Mm-hmm. And then you have like a center who can create and score a little bit. I think he's coming off the bench, but it all depends on how that whole works out. Because if you do get a Karl Anthony Towns, let's say, they're not starting him. They're not starting this kid Mitch over somebody like Cat, or even what's his name from the Pacers.
Turner.
I don't know about
Evan Turner.
Miles Turner. I don't know
about
Miles Turner. The thing
Miles
about
Turner, they're not starting.
Miles Turner is a better offensive player than Julius, but I think if we traded
Mitch.
I'm sorry. But if we traded them straight up, I think immediately we'd see how much better Mitch is in the pick and roll. Because from what I heard and from what I see, he's not great. His footwork isn't great on the perimeter. He's good in the paint. He'll get you some blocks, like he'll get you like some timely blocks. But if we're being honest, he's not the kind of guy that he's no Cat. He's not a guy you're gonna throw him the ball in the paint. He's gonna make a move. He's gonna give you some offense. He's gonna give you 20 points a game a night. That's not the kind of guy you're getting out of him. You got the guy who he will have some good games. He's gonna play some serviceable defense. He's a two-way center. He can stretch the floor. He brings a lot of good things, but he's a piece. He's not a guy. He's not the guy. He's just a piece. So that's my thing. I mean, if I see why you make that move, if you want to free up some, I mean, especially if you don't know what you're doing contractually with Mitch yet. I understand that move, but I don't know if Miles is the guy that's going to push us over the top. You know what I mean? Especially if we don't get the,
My point
yeah,
is, you're
exactly.
not starting Mitch over that dude.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That he hasn't shown me anything that proves to me. I've seen games where he has Mitch games where Mitch disappears and he has like 7 points and 4 rebounds. He has a lot
I
of those
guess
games too.
it would be one of those things where it would depend on how they gel with each team on the floor, or whether the starting five
Right.
or the five off
Right.
the bench.
Exactly. There's no clear cut better player out of those two because their flaws like outweigh all of that extra shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Joe said, Miles will come to New York and New York will hate him. He can't rebound. That's another thing. He's not a rebounder. That's the biggest thing we'll see that'll piss us the hell off.
6'11" and can't rebound. He
Yeah.
box out though.
I mean, let's see what is he averaging? We're
Who,
talking
Miles?
about Miles
yeah.
Let's see what Miles
Can't
Turner's
get
doing.
Turner.
tracked.
Yeah. That's Indiana
Sure,
Pacers.
Minnesota
Indiana Pacers. I'm checking right now.
in return.
Did it have any of his stats? Come on, Minnesota, Miles Turner. What was the roster here? Come on, man.
Was Julius booing the Hawk fans? Yeah, he gave him a thumbs down and started laughing.
Yeah, that was funny.
That joint had me laughing. I was just like, at first I was like, is he booing the Knicks fans again, or is he doing the Trey Young and talking to the
Who did the thumbs down?
home fans?
Julius.
He did it again today.
Yeah, but he did it to the
Hawk
fans.
fans. And then when he got to the other end of the floor, he started booing them.
All right, see, look. This is kind of what I'm talking about here. Oh, did I? I lost it. No, I didn't. I got it. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen right now. When you look at the kind of games that Miles Turner has, he has these kind of games where, all right, so he's averaging 12.9 points and 7.1 rebounds.
Okay.
He's averaging.
Could you put that next to Mitch? Can we
Mitch,
do like a comparison?
Well, we were looking at Mitch's earlier. Hold on, let me see. I don't think I can do them side by side on the screen.
You have like a tab. Just click the tab.
Well, I'd have to change the share tab too. It's complicated.
Okay.
It's kind of complicated. But Mitch was averaging 8.2 points per game, I believe, and 8.2 rebounds per game. So Miles Turner is averaging 7.1 rebounds per game. If you look at what was he doing, pretty close. But look at these numbers here. He's averaging. I think the last game he had 5.7 rebounds. Yuck. Then he had 18 points, 4 rebounds. Wow. 6 points, 3 rebounds. 8.6 rebounds, 14 points, 4 rebounds.
So basically, they're the same player because he's supposed to be knocking down threes and all.
That look like Mitch numbers.
We'd be utterly disgusted. I mean, look at his 3-point shooting. 0 for 3, 0 for 5, 0 for 4, 0 for 1.
So why would he play us? He knocking down threes all the see. This is what I like about
but this is what I'm saying. Knick fans. This is the thing about Knick fans, and I'm explaining exactly how it happens. Knick fans watch what the other teams that play us have. We don't watch anybody else.
Right.
So when we see guys play against us,
right,
and they bust our ass like, yo, nah, like why don't y'all take him? Not realizing Mitch is the reason why this guy was lit up for however many threes he had that game is because Mitch wasn't getting out to him. Now, it wasn't just Mitch's fault. There was some, rotational issues that Mitch is trying to cover up at that point. He had a lot of duty on defense. But these guys play well versus us. You got to realize everyone wants to play well in the Garden. Literally, every single player that is signed in the NBA wants to play well in the Garden. I don't think there's anyone who ever stepped in the Garden and be like, You know what I'm saying? If they get in the floor, they're trying to have a great game. It's the Mecca. So I don't really get like crazy about guys that have great games against us because everybody wants to have a great game, especially when it's at home in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? Now you look at a guy like Miles Turner. That's why it's context. You got to really be careful what you wish for. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at these numbers, like we said, I could not bring myself to be okay with these kind of numbers right here. Like that ain't like a big difference there.
Yeah.
No,
That's
You
not
know,
something that you rushing to sign.
nah, not at all. Especially if you look at all those numbers and they came in losses, and he's taken 3 3-pointers, missed all of them. 5, missed all of them. 4, missed all of them. You know, and I'm not trading Mitch for that. But we also realize that we're in a situation where we got
I
to
mean,
figure out what we're doing with Mitch.
if Mitch was taking those shots, he'd be 0 for 3 and 0 for 5 and 0 for 4.
Yeah,
So,
and you'd be getting the same exact amount of
same shit.
production,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Let's let's not be crazy. This could be a poor shooting slump for him. This is just the last 5 games. We know he can actually shoot, but he's not a high efficient. He's not a high efficient
Yeah.
3-point shooter. He's just a guy that can stretch the floor. He can shoot.
Yeah.
He might be slightly better than Taj at the 3-point line. You know, if we're really talking about numbers. So yeah, I'm not good. I'm good off that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, Joe put it in perfect context. He said 30 minutes a night, 7 rebounds a game. Mitch averages 8 rebounds in 23 minutes a night. Just like that.
That's what he's there for.
You know, so yeah, Miles is nice. If we found a way to fill out a lot of other pieces and we were just a good rebounding team, and then you don't have to really worry about the rebounding with him. Especially, I think a lot of those rebounding numbers have a lot to do with the fact that he's not in the paint. He's he's spreading the floor. So I do think he's
contributing
in other ways. So I do think if he wasn't such a 3-point shooter, yeah, he probably would average around 8 rebounds, per game. But still, he's not. I don't see him being the guy that's going to get in the paint and push muscle guys out the way and grab some boards. I don't really see that. I see him grabbing boards because he's 6'11" and he's taller than a lot of guys. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got. I don't want to run this into the ground. We play the Charlotte Hornets on Monday, and hopefully we can.
I really hope we get that win right there, because that now they're gonna start. The Knicks, they don't know if we just on a good little streak or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
I really hope we get that. Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I think we've been playing better basketball as of late. They're starting to feature the guys that we want them to feature a little bit more. So and we're climbing the standards at the right time. We're going into our tougher. We have, I think, that, like they say, we have the 3rd toughest
week
stretch going for the rest of the season. Schedule for the rest of the season. Out of everyone. So
Hornets, Timberwolves, Pelicans, Clippers, Cavs, Miami, Bucks. Yeah, it's looking rough.
It gets tough. So I think this is a great time for us to be playing good basketball, string some of these wins together versus teams that we should beat. And then it's just what we should do at this point. If we beat Charlotte on Monday, they'll be 23-21, and we'll be 23-21, and that just pulls us a little bit further ahead in the standings. So we got to get every win. We have to get every win. I see us. Yeah, it matters now. I really want us to land somewhere within the 5th or 6th seed, which I think we can do, and not have to worry about this play-in. I really don't want us to end up in a play-in because teams play their best basketball. I've seen guys play like superstars in a play-in and then get into the playoffs and then they get swept. So I don't want to get caught in that kind of situation, and I think LeBron as well is scared of being in that situation. I think he mentioned that. Because you don't want to be involved with a team that's fighting for their life. But yeah, that's all we got. Let me see. Joe says, "Nah, bro. Christian Wood shoots 5 3-pointers a game, and still grabs 10 boards a night." It's a good point.
Hey, there's a lot of things at play when you start breaking down those numbers, though. Like where is he on the floor? Like what kind of, there's a lot going on. But I hear what he's saying for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Christian Wood is he actually has a post game. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually has, he'll try to muscle you in there a little bit. He can shoot the 3, but he's more of a big. He's in terms of his game. Miles is a big in terms of just the body style that he has. But yeah, man, that's all we got. You guys got any last points you want to hit?
No, I'm good, man. I'm glad we got the W. Big
Yeah.
Knicks fan. I feel like we one of those critical Knicks fans, but it's fun. We having a good time with the wins. I hope they rack it up. At this point, I hope we get to the 8th spot. I hope we finish. We got. I don't know what's the play. The play-in is from 10 to what? To
10 to
10
7. So
No,
from 7
10,
to 10,
what?
the last two is 7 and 8
7
and 9
10.
and 10. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, those four.
So I hope we finish 6th. I hope we could get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gotta
I
get
hope we
6.
could finish the first half in the 8 and fight for that 6th spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad. I'm glad we won this game too, because it looked like we had a control over the game since like halfway through the first.
Mm-hmm.
It looked a little scary during the fourth quarter, but we composed ourselves and we got the win. So I'm very happy with this win.
Yeah, man, I can't complain.
Especially against Atlanta.
Especially against Atlanta. Every time we beat
Sure.
Atlanta, I love it. Trae Young played this time, so I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah.
I don't hear no
Word.
excuses.
And
John Collins
his
played.
game. Yep.
Like even Clint Capella didn't play, and I'm sure there's gonna be somebody that said Clint Capella didn't play. And I get now. I can see why we sound crazy when we say Mitchell Robinson didn't play in the playoffs. Like, come on. Yeah, it would have made a difference. It definitely would have made a difference. But is it making us beat them in the series? Like, we won one game that series, guys. I'm not sure if Mitch, especially because Mitch is the kind of guy you got to get him involved. He doesn't make an impact on his own. You kind of get him involved. So, I'm not sure if Mitch single-handedly would have made us win. But, we got that dub tonight. That's all that matters. One game over 500. And let's keep it going, man. So, if you're in the chat, hit that like button, that subscribe. We will be here on Monday evening at some point. And,
Regular Joe dominated the chat though. He was like, "Fuck that, this is mine."
Joe's been back. He always said he took a hiatus from Knicks content for a while, but he came back with a storm. So always good to have him in there. He always got the right information. If you ever need the right stuff, just ask
he's
Joe.
the stat guy. That's the thing. When we up here, when he on it, he got to be ready to get them stats.
He got to be ready to get them stuff. Just like he told you. He said he's playing such and such minutes, 30 minutes a night. He's only getting you 7 rebounds
a game. He could do it.
You know
He could do it.
He knows his ball, man. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming out. And he knows his stuff.
No.
Anyway, man. You guys have a good one. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Look, you said, well, you changed it so you knew something.
I don't know what it was about. I don't know what was going on. But that's neither here nor there. Thank you guys for tuning in to the God of Knicks podcast. Rick the Ruler, Andre Jalil, Apollo Reed. You guys have a good one, man.
Always a good time, man.
Peace.